Hey guys, welcome back to the channel and to another reaction video. Today I'm going to be watching, reviewing, and reacting to Season 2, Episode 4 of The Witcher. Alright, so this episode, once it's finished, will put us halfway through the season already, which is crazy since I just started watching it. This is the fourth episode in a row that I'm watching. I think this is going to be the last one that I'm able to sit here and watch, honestly. My back is starting to kill me. But I've been thoroughly enjoying the season so far. I don't know what the hell Yennefer's got herself into, so I'm really curious to see what's going to happen there as we pick up with episode 4. And then, of course, monsters are all after Ciri. So Geralt's training and attempt to protect her is continuously being interrupted by weird monsters that she is drawn towards and are drawn towards her. So yeah, let's see where we go from here. Let's jump into it. Episode 4. Here we go. Ooh, okay.
You're a girl.
See, is that...
I'm going to Kaer.
Huh?
Is that where you're headed?
She's like, yeah, and where I came from. So you build us up with all this
I
ominousness
appreciate
and
the suspicion, but
it's
be
just Triss.
reasonable. Would I have gotten this far if I didn't know the way?
The colors of her clothes are very pretty, I'm not gonna lie.
Let me look. It's nice to meet you. You're a sorceress. Like Yennefer.
Triss.
She's like, Yennefer. Huh?
And friend of Geralt's. You must be quite charitable.
Oh!
It's good to see you
That's
again.
funny.
And you.
What is the price?
Hello, Vesemir.
Oh hell, haven't even had me fill of grog yet and already the women are doubling. Marigold?
Lambert. I see your wounds have improved, but your manners have not.
I wish you'd come sooner. We all could have used you.
Hopefully we still can.
Your turn, boys. Get to it.
I'll go and dress for dinner. I assume you'll all want to wash up as well?
They're like, what? What?
Of course not.
I mean, obviously, although I don't see how people are gonna be able to tell them from those drawings, I'm not gonna lie.
Triss had done for him. I invited her here.
I brought her here for you. To help guide you.
Like how Moussac did for my mother.
Oh.
Just like Mouse.
Oh.
But now it's time for bed.
I'm not tired.
Alright, I'm on you though, right? I'll play a few rounds of slaps with you before bed. Maybe. Might even let you win.
Yeah, you. If she was a mage who never properly harnessed, the child could have inherited an evolved version of
I
it.
think she's a bit more
But it's
than
an
that.
untested theory. When did Ciri start exhibiting signs of chaos?
That's the issue.
And he's like, I don't know.
She hasn't exhibited any typical indicators of chaos. She can't even form Witcher signs.
What do you mean by typical?
She might have the power of foresight. She seems to have visions of things that have yet to come to pass.
Like what?
She saw me at the aftermath of Sodden Hill before it happened.
Is she gonna tell him that Yennefer's alive? Ooh.
No one should have to gaze upon that carnage.
Will take us to the boat.
The Sandpiper.
That's the one. He performs here every night.
Wait!
Ladies and gentlemen, you have been the most beautiful.
Is that Jaskier? It is! It's gonna... Jaskier! Oh my god, I'm so happy he's back.
After everything we did, we saw.
Oh my god, look at him. Look at...
Turned your back
Oh.
on me. What
Shit.
more do you learn?
Is this an anti-Geralt song?
Watch that.
Oh yeah, it is.
At the end of my days when I'm
Anti-Geralt. He's very mad.
that I've written will make
stupid sometimes. Sometimes guys are stupid.
Suited her, actually.
Let's just be. Oh my god!
What happened?
Oh, nothing. She's just got royal knickers in a
Oh
twist.
my
You should be
god.
ashamed of yourself.
It's just a bit of fun.
For who? You dress her in rags. Keep her bruised as an apple. That is when she isn't washing piss pots or your trousers. Does she even have a chemise? Or soap? Or cloth for when she gets her blood? Though those mushrooms you're feeding her, you'll ruthlessly deprive her of that before too long.
Oh boy.
You say you're mutants. That's why you don't understand what people feel. But the truth is, you're choosing to be ignorant arseholes, aren't you?
Let's go, Triss. Vesemir's like,
How did two different monsters wind up with the same dust on them?
They came from the same place.
A monolith. It doesn't make sense.
The thing she blew up. That's why they're after her.
Daughter of chaos.
Oh god, not this again.
Turn your backs. Join the procession. There is only death.
Serena.
Ciri.
And that's when the monolith cracked and fell.
They're gonna be like, holy shit.
I told it.
He's like, what?
How could that be?
I don't know.
And say to that.
I need to see it for myself.
I really didn't mean to turn it out. And if these monsters are my fault,
It's all right. I'll fix it.
Geralt. I'm excited about this. Oh god.
Wait. What are you doing here? And what fresh hell did you just crawl out of?
Sewer. What's your excuse?
Oh, sewer. I always knew you were a blood-sucking, joyless
Oh!
hugger.
He's probably like, what?
Hugging. We are
She.
hugging.
What?
Mr. Days was my biggest problem, wasn't it? I heard the sound. Geralt must have left quite a sour taste in my mouth.
What? No one leaves any taste in my mouth. Thank you very much. I
That's not what
sing
you-
of universal matters, my dear.
yeah, okay.
Generous,
All right, sure.
lady, emotions,
Yeah,
which
sure.
anybody could experience.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm talking about anyone.
Definitely.
Anyone. Anyone.
She's buying it. Yeah.
Anyone. Fine, yes, when it did come from the heart. Perhaps a broken one. We're better off without him.
it's alright.
I can't be what you want, Triss. What you deserve. If things were different.
They're not. I'm grown enough to understand. Last night, you're what I was looking for. Your pain. It excited me. Because I finally felt something again.
You mean after Sodden?
Yeah.
Most of us were cured after the battle. You can hardly see the marks.
Some wounds cannot be healed.
Anyway, this only grows where elder blood has been spilled. Where did you find this?
Hilo Trail. Training course. Everywhere that girl got her ass
Yeah.
Elder blood was wiped from the
Figuring
continent
it out.
generations ago.
Was it?
kicked. There are legends. That elder blood was one of the key ingredients in the creation of the first Witcher mutagens. Mutagens that were
What?
destroyed in the sacking of Kaer. Not another Witcher has been created since.
Vesemir, these are new bugs.
Exactly.
Are they gonna use Ciri's blood to make more Witchers?
The key to making more witches.
Oh shit.
Ciri.
G-demon, but I'm an artist, you know. It's my job to put myself in other people's shoes, even if they are, in your case, large, clunky, and probably full of snakes or something. I'm scared that one day the muses will stop speaking to me. Because who are we? When we can no longer do the one thing we were put on this continent to do.
We found a new purpose.
It's good. She took it in.
Chaos could never be done with the likes of you.
Oh.
Yennefer, our Vesemir. Of that much, I am certain. So if it's all the same to you, goodbye. Good luck. Good riddance.
Same to you.
Excuse?
Yennefer! We have to save ourselves.
Not my Jaskier! No! Oh, man. Okay, alright. That was episode 4. Okay, another crazy one. Another crazy episode. Yeah. Things happened in this episode that I certainly did not foresee or imagine was going to happen. Lots of strange coming togethers and partnerships happening this time around. So first of all, Yennefer and Cahir. So yeah, seems like they're kind of trying to use each other as they do, but at the same time maybe they feel a bit of understanding for one another and the positions that they're currently in, and they actually end up working together fairly decently, which is weird. And it's interesting to see the turns that they're taking his character with this season. Like, they're trying to make you feel a little more sympathetic towards him, which again, like, given the first season, like, there were shades of that, but then there was also shades of him being completely horrible. So it's just fascinating to see what they're doing with him this season. And so they put him there with Yennefer, and then Yennefer and Jaskier, which, like, was amazing, though he better be fine. He better be okay. But I did not see it coming. You know, I was expecting that we were going to get him at some point, because, you know, in the preview they show him with Geralt, so you know, he was going to come at some point. But I don't know, still I was not, like, prepared for this being where he showed up, but it was perfect timing, and their conversations were very interesting. The fact that they both feel like they were hurt by Geralt, who also he himself feels like he was hurt by Yennefer. And I felt so bad for Jaskier at last season when he and Geralt separated, so it makes sense that he'd be in the place that he's in and that he'd be writing songs like that now, which actually was really catchy. I actually quite liked that song. Yeah. And then they kind of are able to commiserate about that sort of heartbreak. But then they're also able to come together a little bit, because Jaskier is able to feel some sympathy for the fact that, you know, Yennefer is being hunted and pursued, and, you know, he thinks it's mostly all because she's part elf, which does have something to do with it, because that's part of the reason that Strangleborn and a lot of the others were so biased against her to begin with. But obviously, you know, there's other reasons he doesn't know about, at least not at first. But he feels some sympathy and he wants to help her. You know, he's been helping the elves, which again makes perfect sense for his character. And then, you know, they have some other kind of common ground where it's interesting the way that they compared her usage of magic or chaos and his ability to interact with the muses, to come up with songs, to be a performer, to be a bard. And he's talking about his fear, you know, if the muses ever stop speaking to me, and comparing it to that. And, you know, on the surface, I feel like a lot of people would think it was fairly simplistic and not really comparable. But I think that the overall idea behind it is the fear of losing your sense of purpose and your idea of what the hell to do with your life when the thing that you've shaped your entire life around, and that your personality, your sense of self, is fully enmeshed with, if that's taken from you, you know, what happens to you then? And that is what they're trying to figure out. And I also just do think it's nice that after they're having that conversation, Yennefer is finally able to say to him, well, you have to find another purpose. You have to, you know, maybe find a better way. Like, she's able to listen to the words that Triss told her and build on it, which was really nice to see. But then that ending, something happens to him on the boat, and okay, like for me, I'm gonna assume, personally, I'm gonna hope, based on what we saw this episode and their interactions between them, that Yennefer is not going to just leave on the boat. Like Cahir is saying, we have to save ourselves, but I don't think she's gonna. I think she's gonna go and try and help him, which is so interesting. Like I said, the interesting pairings and partnerships that are coming out. And then, okay, so then meanwhile, we have the goings-on at Kaer Morhen, with Triss coming by. Geralt has brought her there to try and guide Ciri in ways that he can't, because he's very confused about what power lies within her and whatever magic ability she has. However, she's tied to chaos and these strange, mysterious demon creatures. And it was kind of fun seeing her there, and, you know, I think it was interesting. At first she's saying, we're going to get washed up for dinner, and all the guys are like, no, what are you talking about? But the funny part was that Ciri was kind of also there like, you're gonna get washed up at first too. And then if you contrast that with the first episode with Nivellen, when she was so excited to take a bath and get into the pretty dress, just to see like kind of how she's changing, spending so much time with Geralt and the other Witchers. But then she gets some more of like a female touch back in her life again with interacting with Triss, and she's tries to like do some in between, and she dresses up nice and pretty at some point, and of course they act like idiot older brothers and are making fun of her, so she gets all upset. But so it was great when Triss actually called them out for that, like, you know, yeah, it's good, you know, that you're welcoming her, you're training her, you're trying to be some of a family to her, but you also have to understand that she's not exactly like you and she has other needs, and you should try to facilitate that. And that seems like that's what Geralt was doing by bringing Triss there. So far, working out positively in that regard. Yeah. And, you know, it seems like the monsters are linked to the monolith that she destroyed in season 1. And she finally reveals to Geralt and to Triss that she was able to do that, that her screaming did that, which they have no idea what to even think about. Geralt is very concerned, but I also think it's fun to watch and see like his reaction. She's so scared, and like she doesn't know what it means or what to do, and she's saying like she didn't mean to do these things, and he's like, it's fine, you know, I'll fix it. Like he's just like, he's transitioned so far into dad mode that he's just like seeing her upset and scared and crying, and he's like, fuck no, I'm gonna fix it, don't worry. So he's gonna try, but you know, they don't really have a clear understanding of what's going on yet, even though it seems like Triss and Vesemir are kind of getting somewhat to the point now that Vesemir found those flowers and has an understanding about elder blood. Like they know that came from Ciri. And if it's elder blood, then, I mean, there's gonna be some linkages being made here. Yeah, I'm very curious about what the implications of them finding this sort of thing out is gonna be. It seems like Vesemir is just like, mostly his biggest thought here in terms of Ciri potentially having elder blood is that you can use her blood to make more Witchers, which I'm very curious to see how everyone's gonna possibly feel about that. Especially considering, like, Geralt and a lot of them have a complicated history of feeling towards the fact that they were given over as children to be made into witchers and mutated in this way, whether they'd actually want that to happen to anyone else, even though on the other hand they maybe feel like their presence is important and needed and there's so few of them left. But yeah, so yeah, just definitely very curious to see where else this is gonna go. And Jaskier better be okay. That's all. I'm just saying that right now. Okay. Halfway through the season, guys. I wish I could watch more right now, but my back is killing me, and I can't. I can't keep binging, so I'll have to watch the rest at another time. But thank you guys so much for joining me. It's been fun so far. 4 episodes left. Hopefully I will see you next time. Bye.